All right, let's talk about a feeling that I bet a lot of us have, but we don't really talk about it much. We're about to completely flip the script on what it means to be antisocial. And trust me, we're going to uncover this powerful, hidden driver that could honestly change the way you see yourself.
Okay, so you know the scene, right? Friday night, your phone's blowing up with invites, but all you really want to do is just stay in. And that's when it hits you. That little voice in your head going, what is wrong with me? Am I just antisocial? Look, if you've ever felt that, even once, you are in exactly the right place.
So, first things first, we've got to unpack the story that we're all told, what the source material for this explainer calls the script. And really, that's what it is. This powerful, kind of unspoken story that shapes how we all think about being alone.
And what's wild about this script is just how everywhere it is. It basically tells us that the right way to be is to be on all the time, right? Always social, always performing. So when you choose a quiet night in, it's not seen as, recharging your batteries or taking care of yourself. Nope, it gets twisted into being a flaw, like you're somehow failing at the whole being social game.
And that's where the problem really starts, because that script we see out in the world, it creates this battle inside our own heads, doesn't it? It's what leads to that exact question. Suddenly, you're not just saying no to a party, you're questioning your entire social setup. You get this feeling that you're supposed to want to go out and play that social role, and when you don't, it's so easy to think, well, I guess the problem's me.
But what if that's the wrong question? Like, completely. What if this has nothing to do with being a social failure? Okay, let's dive into a totally different idea here. Something the source material calls the authenticity drive. And I'm telling you, this is where the light bulb goes on. This is where everything changes.
Okay, so here's the absolute key. We are all, every one of us, wired with this deep, fundamental need to just be ourselves, be genuine. And this isn't just some mood, or a little personality quirk. No, it's a core drive. It's that part of you that absolutely craves what's real and just shrinks away from having to put on a mask and perform for everybody.
And this right here is the most important distinction we're going to make. That feeling you get, that desire for a quiet night, it is not about pushing people away. It's about pulling yourself towards something, toward authenticity. See the difference? You're not avoiding people, you're avoiding fake interactions. You're just looking for those places and those moments where you can actually finally just be you.
So, okay, if it's not being antisocial, then what the heck is it? This next part, this is the whole game changer. This is the big takeaway from this entire explainer. It's a reframe that is so simple, but believe me, it is so powerful. So here it is, the old script, the one we all know. It slaps a label on you, antisocial. But the new way of looking at it, the reframe, it says you are filtering for truth. Just let that sit for a second. Filtering for truth. It's not a negative thing about what's wrong with you. It's a positive, active description of what you're doing. You're not passive. You are actively filtering everything for real, genuine connection.
So what does filtering for truth actually look like in real life? Well, it means you're not just looking for any old company. You're looking for a real connection. It means you have this built-in radar for fake performative stuff, and you instinctively steer clear of it. You know those situations where you feel like you have to put on an act? Yeah, no thanks. It also means you're the kind of person who would take 2 or 3 deep, meaningful friendships over 100 surface-level ones any day. And maybe the biggest thing, you're smart about your energy. You save it for the people and the things that actually matter, the stuff that feels true to who you are.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. What's the big takeaway here? Because this isn't just about learning some cool new psychological concept. No, this is about really truly embracing a core piece of who you are.
And here's the bottom line. Your need for authenticity, that drive, it's not a bug. It's not a flaw that needs to be patched or fixed. It's a feature. It's your superpower. It's your internal compass. And it is a strength that is always pointing you toward truer people, deeper experiences, and a life that is genuinely yours.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Seriously, think about this. How would your life change, like starting today, if you stopped seeing this part of you as a limitation, and instead you started seeing it as your greatest strength, as your most powerful filter for finding a life that's real? What would you do differently?